The Medradº Mark 7 Arterion Injection System Device Components Overview. After viewing this module, you will be able to state the key features of the Medradº Mark 7 Arterion Injection System, describe the main components of the power supply, display control unit, and injector head display, and explain the functions available for each injector head position. Before we begin, let's review some safety information. The purpose of this training material is to provide a module-based training curriculum for Arterion users on the safe and effective use of the Medradº Mark 7 Arterion injection system. This training material is not intended to serve as a step-by-step walkthrough of the Arterion system. Please refer to the Arterion Operation Manual for this purpose. Be sure to read the Arterion Operation Manual before using the system and be properly trained. Follow correct procedures when using the system. And of course, keep in mind the key air safety elements around the air embolism hazard. Do not inject air. Purge all air out of syringe and any and all disposables after filling. Orient the injector head to the purge upright position during filling of syringe and purging of air. Tap syringe after filling to facilitate air removal. Verify that the fluid dots indicators are rounded to ensure that fluid is present in the syringe. Ensure that the patient is not connected while purging air from the syringe or engaging or advancing the plunger. Securely tighten the high-pressure connector tubing to the syringe connection. Use caution when removing air from the syringe or tubing connections. Component damage may result from the use of tools during air removal. Do not change operators during the procedure. If an operator change must occur, ensure that the new operator verifies that the fluid path is purged of air. Use of non-Medradº supplied disposables, including administration sets and additions to administration sets, such as but not limited to bleed-back control devices and pressure transducers, may cause patient injury if not properly connected or flushed. These devices must be compatible with your system. Refer to manufacturer's instructions for proper use of these devices. Ensure that one operator is designated as being responsible for filling and refilling the syringe. Inspect pressure jacket and replace when signs of damage are evident. The Medradº Mark 7 Arterion injection system is the latest in Bayer's Medradº series of angiographic injectors and utilizes the latest technologies. With a smaller base, lighter head, and a flexible articulating arm, the injector can go where it needs to go, even around corners. The clearly visible and intuitive user interface guides you through proper setup and highlights the information you need to perform injections confidently. One of the unique features of the Medradº Mark 7 Arterion is a front-load system which simplifies setup and makes for a cleaner teardown, and the syringe provides a clear view of the contrast. Let's now take a more detailed look at each of the components of the Medradº Mark 7 Arterion, starting with the power supply. The power supply is located at the bottom of the Medradº Mark 7 Arterion and is not only where you will connect and turn on power to the injector, but where you will find various connection ports. Click through the guided image to familiarize yourself with the power supply. Once you've reviewed all the features, we'll move on to the display control unit. The display control unit clearly displays the intuitive user interface and highlights the information you need to perform injections confidently. How to navigate through the screens will be completed in a separate module. Click through the guided image of the display control unit to familiarize yourself. Once you've reviewed all the features, we'll move on to the injector head. The injector head is 16% lighter as compared to Provis and features a unique front-load system for simple insertion and clean removal of the syringes. Click through the guided image to familiarize yourself with the injector head. We'll review the injector head display next. The injector head display was designed to be clearly labeled and easy to read. Click through the guided image to see the key areas of the display. We'll then review the injector head positions and corresponding functions. The injector head has three positions: purge, where the syringe is facing upward; intermediate, where the syringe is parallel to the ground; and inject, where the syringe is facing downward. When the injector head is in purge position, fill and purge functions are enabled and injection is disabled. When the injector head moves to the intermediate position, fill and purge are still enabled, but note that the system does not recognize a purge in this position and will not arm. Injection is disabled. Once the injector head is placed into the inject position, all three functions are enabled, but again, the system will not recognize a purge in this position and will not arm. Thank you for viewing the Medradº Mark 7 Arterion Overview and Device Components e-Learning Module.